Hi everyone, welcome back to Vedic Life Coaching. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to the Sidereal Vedic Astrology Outlook for the month of May. We're going to take a look at the energy, see if we can get a feel for the month ahead of time. If you like, you can jump straight into your mini reports. Otherwise, you can stick around for a brief overview of the energy for May, and we're going to take a look at, I've got a couple of news items. We'll have a look. But yeah, I don't have too much to say there. I also want to welcome the new subscribers, and I also want to thank my Patreon viewers so much for supporting this channel. And I've seen that you are enjoying the lessons on there. I've got 70 plus Vedic astrology lessons on there, and anytime you want to ask me a question, I am there and I am ready to provide an answer. Okay, so how about I hit record here and we take a look at the energy for May. Now, before I begin talking about what's coming up here in May, I just wanted to cover off what we have had so far in April. Last time I talked about Akshaya Tritiya, and that really the key day for Akshaya Tritiya was the 20th of April, where the sun and moon were both exalted. And I do think that that day has been positive for the world, in that we do have a ceasefire that is in place across this time. I think that that is in connection with Akshaya Tritiya. We also had on that day basically it was not, well, I was going to say a couple of planetary wars, but it was 3 planets in planetary war. So maybe it was just one big planetary war. So that's Saturn, Mercury, and Mars. And I think the tension of that was expressed by Donald Trump attacking the Pope. There was a little bit of a holy war that took place in our world, and it was via words, so it was mercurial. But also, there was also that strange image. I'm going to bring that up later. So those of you who like a bit of cosmic gossip, stick around, and we're going to talk about some of what I see there. But I think that the tension between Donald Trump and the Pope, that was an expression of the planetary war that I was seeing happening really largely on the 20th of April. But let's take a look at the energy for May. What do we have coming up? So, I'm seeing May as being just an easier month all around. I'm not seeing anything troubling or worrying or dangerous or problematic, or, we've got forward movement happening in the sky, or planets are moving forward. No huge conjunctions. We will have Jupiter. Now in May, Jupiter is still in Gemini. So Jupiter is finishing up his time in Gemini. By the way, guys, it's beautiful sunshine here in England. So I've got my window open. We might have a bit of audio interference at times. Sometimes we have people, I don't know, they do drag races or something on the street, and ambulances and stuff like that. It gets noisy, so I apologize in advance. And I hope the lighting is better. I've just got natural light. It's that time in the afternoon where that's all I've got. Okay. Forward movement. We've got forward movement, no huge conjunctions, nothing problematic is what I'm seeing. And if anything, I'm seeing a lot of planets in their own signs, in their own houses, in their own places. Mars is going to be in Aries from 11th May to 20th June. That's lovely. Lovely. I don't know. Gee, with Mars these days, we can't use the word lovely. It's not lovely. It's just productive, maybe. Maybe that's what Mars in Aries is, just productive. But it's not... it's no longer with Saturn, so it's no longer stuck. If there was some stuck energy last month, hopefully that should release in the month of May. We've got Venus in Taurus, Venus in own sign Taurus through to 13th May. The beautiful continuation of Venus in own sign. I'm wearing pink in honor of Venus. There will be a Parivartana exchange happening in the sky in May. So that's going to be really great for our creativity. Yeah, I've got that here. So we've got a Parivartana exchange, Mercury and Venus. That's from 14th May to 29th May. I think that is going to be lovely energy for us individually, okay, because that's happening now. I'm pretty sure it's Gemini and Taurus. There'll be a Parivartana exchange. That's going to be a really nice energy for us individually, nice energy to spend at home, time with family, perhaps socializing with family or friends. This kind of energy is here for us. We have an exalted sun for the first half of the month still, so that's fantastic energy there. We've also got coming up, when we're looking at the moons, we're going to have a new moon that features an exalted moon, and Mercury is going to be part of it. So that is a really beautiful day for writers. If you are writing anything, that is a beautiful day. And that could be a day, that's a new moon. That'd be a terrific day to start writing a book. If that's something you want to do, that could be a time to start planning, or definitely across the month of May, we've got really strong creative energies. So if you're feeling creative, or, this is a terrific month for being inspired, for enjoying creativity, for practicing or honing your own skills. This is a really great time for learning new creative things. Great time for launching, making it happen, putting stuff out there, being seen, making sure your creativity is seen, all of that. This is a really good time for that. And we're in a number 1 year, so that's a number 1 year, number 1, the sun. I did see a news article, actually, that I haven't got this on my iPad here to talk about, but in relation to the sun year, I did just want to bring this one up, and this is a news article. I'll just plonk it on top. It says here, Lufthansa cuts 20,000 summer flights as fuel prices surge. And I just wanted to bring this up in relation to it being a sun year. So sun years, things can be very expensive. And wow, we are seeing that. Sun energy is strong, it's dry, it's bright. One can be very productive, so you can burn your own fuel, your own energy. You can burn it very productively and get a lot done. But look at this. Fuel is extremely expensive, and that's having a really major impact around the world. So I do think that is in connection with this being a sun year. It's like a high burn, a fast burn, and expensive. As well, when we think of the sun energy, when sun energy is really strong in a person's chart, in a person's life, they know how to burn the cash. They know how to spend it. They know how to enjoy it. The sun in Leo, sun in Aries, even sun in Sag. These are all places of high burn, and the people, they know how to spend the money and enjoy it, which is good in some ways. All right, so Saturn in Pisces. So look here again, we've got Saturn in owns a nakshatra. So we've got a lot of deep spiritual work happening. We've got the last planet in the last sign. Okay, so there is no more running away, and you'll see that in the collective. You'll see that individually. You'll see that in family matters as well. There will be circumstances and situations where there's just no more running away now. Things have to have caught up, or this is Saturn, so this is the karmic accountant. It's like there's just no more running away. Is one thing I'm seeing here with Saturn in Pisces. Jupiter in Gemini still. So this is, I'm saying spiritual wisdom accelerating and on the rise. Yes, on the rise, because Jupiter is soon to be exalted, and that's going to be so good. And I think we're experiencing some of this now. People are becoming more wise. People are noticing things far more that people used to just get away with. That people would turn a blind eye, or people would just get away with certain things. That whole thing is pretty interesting. So people are becoming more wise, people are becoming more conscious, people are becoming more moral, or better at calling things out. That's all kind of interesting there. So we do have an increase in sort of like a awakening energy is rapidly accelerating on the planet. And like traditionally dark areas where, I'm thinking of the media, and the media is still problematic. The media is still sitting on stuff. The media still doesn't want to call out certain things. I know there are still problems, but it's when we compare today to 10 or 20 years ago that we see a lot of change and a lot of progress and some evolution as well. Now we've got Rahu in Aquarius, so we've got Rahu in own sign, Satabishak. So a continuation of protest, future building efforts of the people for the people, Satabishak. There's healing for the collective consciousness that is continuing, and we are seeing that in a lot of places. So we're going to have a look at some news. I've got a little bit of news, cosmic gossip prepared for you. This is going to be, well, let me show you this. We're going to talk about this, guys. I can't believe it. I'm just like, when I saw this, I was so angry. I was just like, you just don't do this. What is he doing? Like, and then, if we're not crying, we're laughing. And I made sure I watched some comedians make fun of this. I think I watched Jimmy Kimmel make fun of it, and I watched Jon Stewart make fun of it. I haven't watched Jon Stewart for years, but I was just, it came up on my dashboard. I could see it somewhere there, and I was just like, okay, I have to watch it. Jon Stewart thought this guy was him, which was hilarious. Somebody said, is that Epstein? Which was just, God, this is just so bad. I don't even know where to begin. But when I saw it, I started thinking about Donald Trump's chart, and then I was like, okay, I have to see the chart. And it got me thinking about when there's, say for example, a piece of art or something that you publish, it does contain some of your energy. The other thing about this is that he said, I published it. He said that. He said it. He said, yep, I published this. So now he could have, because I think the reason he owned it and he said, I published this, is because what comes after is a lie. Because he said, straight after that, he said, I published it. And then he said, because I thought it's me as a doctor. Okay, so that's a lie. That is completely a lie. He knows what this is. He's trying to hide behind the bumbling Trump image, but no, he knows what this is. But he does tell the truth where he says, I published it. So this does contain his energy, because he didn't say that, well, my graphic design team was having a laugh and they put it up. He could have done that. He could have lied at that point. And maybe, but he owns this. And that's what got me thinking. Because originally when I saw this, I thought, I'm not going to talk about this on the channel. But then, because he owned it, and then it got me thinking, all right, no, I really have to look into this. So I started looking at his chart. Let's have a look at the chart. And I started thinking of quite a few things. So I'll take you through a little bit of a story here, because there are a couple more charts and a couple more examples, and I've identified a pattern. So those of you who love astrology and you love to investigate, join me on this strange whatever this is. We're just gonna have a little explore here. So when I saw this, I remember, so when I think of Trump, I do remember that he's a Mars in Leo in the first house. And I hadn't seen his chart, and I'm thinking, okay, so that's Mars in Leo in the first house. Oh, well, that's his ninth lord is in the first house. So he's saying, I am God. Because the ninth lord, okay, where do we look at God from? Now, I tend to look at God. For me, God, in a way, God is sort of in all the houses and in all the signs. God is everywhere, okay? But when we're looking at religion specifically, and God, you know, that Mula Nakshatra sort of area of this part of the chart, that to me, Mula Nakshatra connects us right back to source. So that is our connection back to source. And when I look at God, and you think about it, the Father, God, it's the highest authority. But it's also the highest, I'm going to say, man-made authority as well. We've got, you know, I mean, we've very much got God in the 12th house, Pisces, that kind of thing. That's the all is one. That's, you know, we're going beyond the barriers of religion and all that kind of thing up there. But here, so where we've got, you know, the ninth lord, we can be looking at God the Father. We can also see God the Father from even Leo, I think, as well. The king, really, yes, Leo. I did see sort of like kings and kingdom is sort of here, and politicians, although, you know, you could see them from the 5th as well. So yeah, the 5th and the 9th have a lot of similarities. But when it comes to God, definitely, right, we've got the 9th lord seated in the 1st house. So this is a message of I am God, okay? So we can see that here. He's basically saying that. And because looking at the chart and the piece of artwork also got me thinking about how, yeah, like when you do an artwork or a piece of, like a photograph, or even a dress that you sew, or something you create, or something that you make, it's got your energetic signature in it. It's got something of you in it. And we can really see that here with this statement, I am God. When we look at this, so that's Mars. Mars is also the lord of the 4th. And that's where I started to think and make connections with other things. And I'm going to show you those other things in a moment. So we've got here, oh dear, there we go. We've got here Mars as the ruler of Scorpio. 4th lord is in the 1st house. Mars is lording Ketu and Moon. And it was when I started contemplating this that I started to look at this and realize that, okay, this is not just an accident. This is a very deliberate thing. This could be just pure attack energy to the Pope, because it happened around that time. But when I started looking in here, I started thinking, so this is a deliberate message, and it's like he's using an alternative way to share a message with the people. So what do I mean? I don't know if you can hear that siren, I'm going to let that pass. I really shouldn't be bothered by street noises, but I am. It does distract me when I'm recording. At all other times, I'm completely fine. But then when I'm recording, I'm like, oh no, it's on the recording. Okay, Mars. So we've got the 1st lord in the 9th lord in the 1st. I am God. And yes, something of his creativity. It contains his energy. It's like your thumbprint. It's like there's something of you in your creativity. And we've got the 4th lord here in the 1st. But what interests me is that Mars lords over this Ketu and Moon conjunction. This is what got me thinking. And this is what got me thinking about Queen Elizabeth. So we're going to have a look at her next, because she was a famous one for hidden messages. Okay, so this is a picture of her lighting up what they call the tree of knowledge. And this was in the years 2020 to 2023. It was in that window there. And she pressed a button on this thing and it lit up this tree of knowledge. Now, when I look at this, and especially now, because I'm reading Swami Vivekananda, I'm reading his complete works, I'm really enjoying it. And he talks about the Shushumna, right? The central column that's aligned with the spine, and the Ida, right? And the Pingala. So here in our beautiful culture, we look at this and we see a connection with God. And how do you get that connection with God? Well, you get that connection with God by breathing correctly, by putting discipline into your life, by, reading the ancient texts and getting your life into shape, and and all that, all the principles and all the beautiful ancient stuff. And of course, the healing principle of healing is easy, natural, and free. It shouldn't cost you any money, and it's your birthright. It's your divine birthright to be healthy and happy on this planet. So that's what, when I look at this, that's what I see. But what's being lit up here? Now, I don't know what is being lit up here. And different people have different theories about this. But one could ask, in the similar way that Trump is sending a secret message, okay? And it could be a message of attack to the Pope, it could be, but it could also be something else. And I sort of thought it was like this message, what the Queen was doing here. When I look at this, energetically, what I get is that she's giving out a message to, let's say, for example, her bosses, I'll put it that way. She's giving them a message saying, I did my job. That is what I thought when I saw the video. You can still watch the video. I think if you type in Queen Elizabeth II and Tree of Knowledge or something like that, you'll be able to see some video footage of this. There's a weird vibe, in the footage of this. There really is a weird vibe. In the similar way, there's a weird vibe here. And I remember when I watched Jon Stewart, that was one of the key words that he used to describe this. He said it's a weird image. Yes, weird is correct. And that really is the Scorpio moon. Now, I'm not saying Scorpio moon people are weird. I'm not saying that, because we will have some Scorpio moons here. But in fact, the Scorpio moon people that are here, you guys are completely on it with all of this stuff. You recognize it, you see it, you even heal it. So I'm thinking of someone like Kyle Cease, who is a wonderful healer and coach, and he's got a beautiful Scorpio moon. So it's a placement of a healer. It's a placement of a person who really understands this stuff, really understands hidden messages. And when I was contemplating this, the reason that when I looked at Donald Trump's Scorpio moon, I instantly think of the Queen, and I thought of that moment where she's lighting up that weird thing. So she's got, now for the astrologers in the audience, you will look at this moon and you'll go, oh, well, of course, this is like an inversion of Donald Trump's moon, okay? Because there's a moon in Cancer in the 8th. He's got the moon in Scorpio in the 4th. So it's virtually the same moon. Another thing I want to draw your attention to is that she also features the Ketu moon conjunction. Okay, she's got it in D9 and he's got it in here. Okay, and he's got it here in D9 as well. So now I want to bring up another example of a hidden message, and again we find the Ketu moon conjunction. So let me bring up this. Benjamin Netanyahu, this is an old article. It's even warning us and telling us how old this is. So this is from 2020. And basically it's been reported that Netanyahu and his wife would bring dirty laundry to the White House, which is a very bizarre thing. So we've got here the Netanyahus are the only ones who bring actual suitcases of dirty laundry for us to clean. The paper quoted an unnamed US official as saying, after multiple trips, it became clear this was intentional. And I just wanted to bring this one up as well, because if we have a look here with Netanyahu's chart, he's got this twice. He's got the Ketu moon here, and he's got the Ketu moon here, just like Donald Trump. And what I wanted to bring up was that these people, they often do communicate messages to various people. And I think these messages, they're not for us. These messages are not for us, the people. These messages are for their higher up people, or to each other, or something else. We're just bystanders in the way. We just happen to be there, but they're not communicating with us. So in the similar way, like he's giving a message to, I mean, you guys join the dots on that one. I'm not even going to go there. Queen Elizabeth, I really get the feeling that she was giving a message to her bosses or higher up people. I have no idea who they are, but the message is, I did my job, I think is what she is saying there. And I kind of get that here as well, that I think he's sort of saying, I did my job. I get a similar sort of a thing. But what I know is that he very much owns that I posted this, and then, you know, gives a silly response. Yeah, but he wants it known. The other thing is that this is posted without any words. So that's another significant thing, because you look at this example, no words, and no words. Again, he's not saying anything. He's just bringing dirty laundry. Now, one could just take these things at face value. And I think that's also what's interesting as well, because as I was contemplating all these things, you see, because what can happen is that we can get stuck in Scorpio, and we can get stuck in conspiracy land, and we can just be circling around in here, and we can get very depressed. So we shouldn't do that. We should always think that there is a possibility that, look, we should just take this thing at face value and it doesn't mean anything. Maybe Netanyahu just travels a lot. Maybe Trump just, yeah, I don't know. But we should always hold the possibility that we could be wrong. And we should always hold the possibility that, hey, maybe we need to take some of this stuff at face value. I think that really is the art of life, to figure out when is it something to be concerned about, and when do we take things at face value. These are real fine lines that we've got to navigate, isn't it? When, you know, because, yeah, with all the conspiracy type stuff. Now, I know with the Queen, I'll bring up a couple more items here. We are running out of time. This is about to time out. In fact, I'll just start a new memory card, and then I'll just give you a couple more examples with the Queen and the secret messages that she puts out. So I'll put up, now I haven't got it on my slides here, but I'll just put it on top. And with the Queen, she did do this whole hidden message thing, which I do think is a Ketu moon type thing. In fact, Ketu conjunct any other planet. I've seen it even with like Ketu Mercury and things like that. Sometimes the person is saying one thing, but they mean something else underneath. I have seen this. And it's not a bad thing. Like if you have this in your chart, please don't think I'm saying this. If you have this in your chart and you're watching this show, right? Is it a show? Well, video, whatever. It's like a TV show. I'm using 80s language. But if you're watching this and you've got a Ketu moon, well, you've got something special, because I think you can use it to great effect, because you are a good person. You know, anyone who's watching this, you're not, you know, dropping bombs on people or forcing chemicals into people that they don't want to take, or whatever it is, right? You're not doing any of that. You're a good person, and you've got a gift or a capability of being able to communicate multiple things at multiple levels. It's quite incredible what you have. So don't see this in a negative way. But let's get back to the Queen. What are a couple of other examples of her Ketu moon and her messaging? I'll put one up on the screen of her hat that she wore, that the Guardian thought was signaling to the public that she was pro staying in the EU. Now, I remember this article from the time, I think it was 2016, and I remember this because I remember seeing that article and thinking, oh, I don't think she's sending a message through that hat. But I thought she sent a message when she invited the Obamas to, it was either tea or dinner at Buckingham Palace, and she let President Obama land his helicopter on the lawn. Nobody gets that privilege. And she allowed that. And he came to England specifically to tell the British people, you should stay in the EU. So I remember she spoke it through Obama, is what I remember. So maybe the hat, maybe that is a thing. Like I can see that. But here's another time where I definitely picked up that she communicated through her outfit, and that was, I'll put the houndstooth jacket on the screen. This was the first time that we saw Prince Andrew appear. He was called Prince Andrew, Mr. Andrew. We saw Mr. Andrew appear for the first time in public after it became clear that he was best buddies with Epstein. And this was the first time she appeared with him in public. And this was, I think, the first time he appeared in public after, I'm pretty sure this was after the interview with Emily Maitlis. It was something like this. And I remember this jacket because the print on her coat is houndstooth. And to me, the message is, it's a jacket full of teeth. And she's saying to the press and the public and the people and everybody, she's saying to everybody, back off, he's my son. And I feel like she flashed her teeth. That's what I believe. Anyway, I didn't read anybody write of anything like that. I just saw that from observing her, and I now know what that is. Basically, a moon in Scorpio can do this, yes, but a Ketu moon certainly has the ability to, put out a message, but it's not really for, it's like you'll use instead of, because we've got Ketu the moon, and we've got, Ketu the body, and we've got moon, the mind and the emotions. So it's like you use your body to speak, or you use your actions to speak, as Netanyahu does. He's using his actions to speak. Or when you use your body or someone else's body, like the Queen did with President Obama, she got him to tell the British public, stay and remain. That's what I believe. Or Trump. I mean, what's he doing with this message? It's something other than this. That's what I think there. All right, I think I've waffled on for long enough. I just thought that was kind of interesting. What I'll do is I'll start a new memory card and we will have a look at the mini reports. Hi Aries. Aries, welcome. So this is Aries ascendant, Aries moon, or Aries sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So what do we have going on, Aries? Well, if we take a look at the energy, we can see that things are moving forward. We don't have too many traffic jams in the sky anymore, which is really nice. And planets going to be in their own signs, own nakshatras. There's some really nice energy going on. And the thing that I'm liking the most is the Parivartana exchange happening here between Mercury and Venus. And that's really going to be from 14th May onwards. But in the lead up to this, the energy is building, and it's lovely energy in that this is really good creative energy, okay? And for you, it's happening across your second and third houses. So it might be that, well, this is a good month for you to do some family related things, is what I'm seeing. There's nice energy between you and the family, or more interaction between you and the family, more happening with you and the family. Maybe some friends are coming over, maybe things are going to be more social, you're interacting. Yeah, the themes are family, friends, networking possibly, but I'm seeing this as more of a private or individual time, interestingly. When we have a look at Mars in Aries from 11th May onwards, so that'll be Mars shifting from here. So if you were feeling stuck, perhaps across April really, and even a little bit into May, you might be feeling stuck. And it could be a bit of kind of subconscious static, or you're trying to get things done, but there's just the flow isn't there, or you keep coming across delays. And these could be hidden and invisible delays, that there's things haven't been going your way. You might feel the energy start to free up more from 11th May onwards. Things just start to become easier. Mind you, Mars in the first can be, depending on how your health is. If your health is in great shape, it could be energizing, but equally, if your health is not in great shape, it could be a little bit tiring as well. So that's an interesting one to look at there. But I do see that things should be freer for you. There's nice forward momentum. Everybody's moving forward. There's no retrogrades, so everybody's moving forward, everybody's moving on. There is new ground, there is new territory, so things should be improving across May. And definitely, if you're creative, this is fantastic for speech, it's fantastic for communication, it's fantastic definitely if you're a speaker, if you're on YouTube or you do any public speaking or any of that, or you have a presentation to do, this is a really good month for that. So it is really good energy for creativity, family, social, moving forward. Any delays or hidden delays, sometimes things just aren't moving, and it's like there's nothing you can really point to in the outside world, but there's delays. So yeah, you might have been experiencing some of that because your Mars has been here with Saturn in Pisces, in a sort of hidden subconscious kind of area. Sun in Taurus, 15th May onwards. So 15th May onwards, I mean, the Sun is exalted now and will be through to the 15th of May. So this is a really strong, powerful Sun. So yeah, maybe you're shining. Maybe the attention is on you at the moment from a Sun perspective. So that is a possibility there. That is really good energy for productivity and being creative and getting things done. So when the Sun steps into Taurus, well, the focus will be, I think, maybe sort of off the playing field of life, and more in your private life, family. As I say, I think mid-May onwards, it's more of a family, you're more family oriented, or could even be getting your own stuff organized, your own admin organized, banking, finance, that kind of thing. You're just getting yourself organized there. If we have a look at the full moon, Libra, Swati Nakshatra, 1st of May. Yeah, wow, look at that. 1st of May, we've got a full moon here. So that is in Libra, Swati Nakshatra. That is quite beautiful. And Swati Nakshatra, I always think that it is very much about the individual. It's about freedom. And there's some illumination here in your relationship house. in your marriage. Maybe you're being illuminated about something. It's interesting. I won't pause it for the siren. Hopefully that will come on the audio. Because we have to count that in Jyotish. We have to count whatever happens. Maybe you have to express yourself in a close relationship. Maybe you have to really speak up and say what's on your mind. Maybe you've got things to say, like it's important. Yeah, because that siren, okay, right. So that's your full moon there. Maybe there's something you need to express. And in the lead up to that full moon, there's something that you can't contain anymore. I'm also getting that feeling as well. So that's a possibility. So it could be a time to express yourself. New moon, Taurus, Tritiya Nakshatra, 16th May 2026. Now this is the one that contains Mercury. So this is beautiful energy for writing. So if you want to write down your intentions, write down what it is that you want to create, write down what it is that you want to do. And this could be writing down there's something you're getting crystal clear about. You're just going to be so clear about it. And it's something you want. It's something you want to pursue. It's something you want to materialize, something you want to create. It's going to come into sharp focus. And there's something about that being important for the materialization of the thing. You need to think about it, see it clearly. And that's going to be important. So that's really the energy there on the 16th of May. Great on the 16th of May to do any form of writing. So if you want to write down your intentions or your goals or your plans, it's a great day for journaling. It's a great day for becoming very clear about what you want. Aries, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. It's looking like a good month ahead for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are now going to welcome Taurus. Taurus, welcome. So this is Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Moon, or Taurus Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So what do we have going on here, Taurus? Well, Taurus, you are in some good energy here with your Saturn still there in the 11th. So this is a time to be, materializing the long-term future. Okay, so this is a good time. You've got really good energy here to be building that next platform up, to be building that new thing, to be building something in your career now that's going to be very beneficial in all the years to come. There's something like this that you are working on. So definitely keep working on that. We're going to have Venus in Gemini from the 14th of May onwards. Now, not only is it in Gemini, but there's going to be a lovely Parivartana exchange happening here between Mercury and Venus. So that is really from the 14th of May onwards. I think that's the 14 May to 29 May. So beautiful Parivartana exchange, and that's happening between your first house and your second house. So this could be to do with communication. This could be to do with some art or artistic thing that you're doing. But equally, this is also to do with, it's like there's an engine that cranks up and gets going. And maybe you're going to get cranked up and going on some artwork or some project that you're doing. It's like you're putting your whole self into it and you're loving it. And there's something about you being artistic, you being creative, you remembering how to have fun again. You're having fun, you're doing this thing, you're creating something, you're building something, you're doing something you've always wanted to do. It's hands-on, quite possibly. That is Gemini there, but it could also be to do with communication. It's all kinds of things, but I see there's something, it's like something ignites in you, and it's like a little engine or something, and it gets your whole life going again, or immobilized, or you're going, you're doing something, you're going. I don't know, I'm loving it. It's really, really good. We've got Mars in Aries here, 11th May onwards. So Mars are going to step out from your 11th and go into the 12th. All right, so that's where, yeah, so there's something active here in the subconscious. There's something, it's like there's ignition, and maybe there's ignition on a project or something that's still in the ethers, but there's something about you having the energy to start making it happen. You're going, I don't know, there's movement here. The vehicle of your life, you're going, something's happening. Mars in Aries, it could also be good for you to be engaged in some kind of exercise routine. Maybe you're starting up an exercise routine again, or you're redesigning your days. It could be something along those lines. Yeah, and I mean, we've got Sun in Taurus from 15th May onwards. So Sun leaving from, so across, even from now through to mid-May, you know, you might find it hard to sleep here and there. So that is just something to bear in mind. But going forward, 15th May onwards, you're going to have Sun in your first house. So again, this is something being illuminated to do with you, to do with your life. There's something about you connecting in with your creativity, but you know what you want and you know where you're going. I really do get that sense. You know what you want, you know where you're going. There's energy here to make it happen. There's inspiration, there's ignition. That Mars up there in the 12th is like an ignition energy. So I would just say as well, with Venus in the 2nd, I would say look after your diet. You might also be inspired to clean up your diet or be more creative in the kitchen, or you're inspired and creative again in the kitchen or something along these lines. You're really excited to change up your diet or something like this, so that's also looking good. We've got a full moon, Libra Swati Nakshatra, 1st of May. That's happening here in your 6th house. So something illuminates regarding your work, regarding your career, regarding who you are in relation to other people. But I would say that that is in a work context. So you could be defining as well with the Sun being here. It's like you could even be defining yourself further. You could be reimagining who you want to be at this time. And there's a fullness and a completion here. There could even be a graduation here regarding your work. There could be something that you've completed or that you don't have to do again, or that phase of your life is done. There could be a type of work or service that you've done. You don't need to do that again, or you've completed something in regards to work. There could also be some completions with significant relationships as well. So that's something else to bear in mind. And there is a new moon, Taurus, Kritika Nakshatra, on the 16th of May, 2026. So that's up here. So yeah, this is a new you. Taurus, I'm getting this sense there's a new you here. And it's like, it's going to be in sharp focus. There's something about you knowing what you want. You're crystal clear about who you are, what you want. A lot has been illuminated. Possibly a lot of energies, old stuck energies, are being cleared out as well. You might have been feeling a little bit stuck across April, but that is going to shift and change. I think May is really going to be quite a fantastic month, where it might feel like, yeah, the ignition, and you're going, it's happening, you're doing it, it's on, and it's a new you as well. Wow, Taurus, that's exciting. I'm really excited for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are now going to welcome Gemini, Gemini, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Moon, or Gemini Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So now we have got forward momentum. If we have a look at the energy overall, there's a lot happening. A lot happening for you, Gemini. Got Venus in Gemini, 14th May onwards, and there's going to be a Parivartana exchange happening between Mercury and Venus. Okay, so that's really interesting there. That's between your 12th and 1st houses. So I think across the month of May, a lot of things could be occurring to you. You might be getting a lot of downloads, insights, ahas. If you journal, it's going to be a great time. This is a very sort of spiritually productive time where you can be reflecting and contemplating who you are and your part in your world and who you want to be, and you can be reflecting on all kinds of things. Who you are in relation to other people, in relation to your family, in relation to your friends. But there's something about you doing very productive contemplation where you're getting a lot of ahas. A lot of things are going to make sense to you. You're going to become clear on a lot of things. Definitely pay attention to your dream state across the month of May, because that could reveal a lot of clues to you as well. Now, Mars in Aries from 11th May onwards, that is superb. Wow. You can be very productive in the world. You can materialize things. You can make money, get new clients, be recognized, be seen. Your Mars energy is superb, and it's able to achieve and do a lot. So definitely enjoy this Mars in Aries in the 11th house from 11 May onwards. You're one of the lucky 3 signs to have such a beautiful Mars. So you can be very productive, you can achieve a lot at this time. Yeah, sort of looking at something else in relation to that. I mean, I would say take care in relationships with your family. Just looking at the aspects there, but yeah, it should be okay. Sun in Taurus, 15th May onwards. So 15th May onwards, mid-month onwards, you might find that it's a little bit hard to sleep at times. That could be there because the sun is going to be there, but the sun will be illuminating your psyche. The sun will be illuminating your subconscious, could be illuminating ideas behind the veil that you will be able to just reach in. You see them, you're like, wow, that's a good idea. I want to make that happen. You know, so Sun in Taurus, 15th May onwards is pretty amazing. That can really help your creativity. It can help illuminate unseen things. It can help illuminate secrets. It can help give you the inside track or insights or ideas. So Sun in Taurus, 15th May onwards, that's quite good, and that could fuel into your creativity. This is a very creative time, Gemini. So if you're a creative, this Parivartana exchange, this can really help you communicate with the other side to get ideas. So you're really working at a very fine, etheric level. You know, you're working with with the other side, bringing things here. They're giving you ideas. They might even be teaching you things. So that's pretty exciting. Now there's a full moon in Libra, Swati Nakshatra. This is 1st of May 2026. All right, so that's here. So this is something completing regarding, this could even be to do with your finances or investments or something like that. This could also be to do with your children. Something is completing, connecting in with your children. Something's completing regarding your creativity. Maybe you're completing a project at this time, or you're completing a creative project around this time as well. And maybe that'll give you room then to use this Parivartana exchange and bring something brand new. So you could be at a phase of completing some massive thing and you're ready to take on a brand new project. That could be the energy of May for you. So that's something to bear in mind there. Yeah, that's cool. All right, now so new moon, Taurus, Tritiya Nakshatra. This is 16th May. So that's back up here again. So wow, your dream state could be very interesting on the 16th of May. So just observe that. If you like to journal, if you like to, see what's in your dream state. I know for me, yeah, dream state. Wow, gosh, that gives clues. So definitely observe your dream state on the 16th of May. Journal it, write it out, see what comes. Gemini, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. We are now going to welcome Cancer. Cancer, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Cancer Ascendant, Cancer Moon, or Cancer Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So I'm just having a look here, Cancer, at what you've got going on. You are busy, Cancer. You're busy at work. You're in demand. There's a lot going on. Okay, so that's good. You are possibly skilling up or refining your skills, maybe attaining some form of mastery over something. Equally, you might be teaching something to someone, mentoring, that kind of thing. Let's have a look at Venus. What's Venus doing? So Venus is going to be in a Parivartana exchange with Mercury, and that's across the month of, and that's what they do. They exchange energy. That's why I'm drawing that in. They're exchanging there. So that's between houses 11 and 12. So it's quite interesting. You might be getting inspiration on how to make more money. And that's really sort of 14th May onwards. That's really 14th May to 29th May. You might get a lot of good ideas from the other side about how to make a lot more money. Isn't that exciting? So it could be something like that. Equally, it could just be creative ideas. If not money-making ideas, it's creative ideas. It could be ideas on connecting you with people. It could be social as well. Maybe you're building a network, or maybe your network starts to really take off or grow, or there's something about growth. There's a dynamic energy at play, basically, and that's with a social house and with, now the 12th house is the all is one, subconscious mind, your deep psychology, it's all that kind of thing. So there's an interplay here. It's very interesting. And there's some horns honking. Someone's saying hello. Maybe there's someone saying hello. Yes, we had those horns honking there. That's interesting. So that's your Parivartana exchange between houses 12 and 11. It's good for entertainment. It's good for fiction writers. It's good for entertainment. It's good for it as well if you're building like a spiritual practice or any of that. This is beautiful energy for that. So, yeah. Mars in Aries. Look at that in the 10th house there. That's quite incredible. So that is strong, work-focused energy. There's ambition. There's energy to work. There's drive to work. You want to achieve things. You want to do things. You want to get things done. You've got the energy here for that. Again, horns honking for that as well. You've got a lot of positive omens here. This is nice. This is not like ambulance. We had an ambulance like a couple of signs ago. So, okay, this is good. You've got a lot of positivity here, Cancer. That's great. Sun in Taurus, 15th May onwards. Oh, that's beautiful. That's over there in your 11th house. So again, that is money making, expansion of networks, networking, growth, glow up energy, things going your way, things happening. You're able to make things happen, Cancer, across the month of May. So you are really able to make things happen. Put your energy into it, and there should be flow or momentum, movement. It's happening. This is good energy. If there's delays, your the Saturn is here, and there could be something going on in your chart where there's some delay energy. That's a possibility. But in terms of the transiting planets, it's looking nice. So now we've got a full moon in Libra, Swati Nakshatra, 1st of May. So that's here in your 4th house. So there could be something completing in your relationship with your mother. Could be something completing in relationship with your home or home life. Something at home is completing. You might have energy to express yourself at home. Or there might be something pressing that you need to talk about. And that could be to do with you as an individual. Maybe something to do with needing freedom or needing time. Could be something like that. And then we've got a new moon. Taurus, Tritiya Nakshatra, 16th May. That's a beautiful new moon. That's a really great new moon for you to write down what your wishes are, what your dreams are, what your goals are. There's something about you writing down. It's great energy for writers. So perhaps you're writing something, but there's something you're very clear about. You're crystal clear about something. And maybe there's something you want and you're crystal clear about it. And that is the energy that you've got there on the 16th of May. All right, Cancer. Well, thank you so much for joining. Leo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Leo Ascendant, Leo Moon, or Leo Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. All right, what do we got going on, Leo? Wow, well, you've got a lot of change happening in your world, don't you? Gosh, that is, yes, I can see that. Might be that your whole world is changing at this time. You might feel a lot of change. But it's beautiful. The energy is moving forward, and there's something about you being freer and lighter and more able to do things. The energy is improving across the month of May. So we're going to have a Parivartana exchange happen between Venus and Gemini, and that is between houses 11 and 10. So this is really great work energy. This is like we've got the ignition here with Mars. Yeah, this is beautiful. So there's something igniting. And we've got Mars in the 9th house of journeys. And it's like you're going on a new work journey. Or there's something about work which is completely new. It's like there's a new engine in operation, and there's an ignition here. There's like, we're going now. You know, we've turned on the car and we're going. It's that kind of thing. So this could be a creative project. This could be something you're creating. This could be something to do with your networks. This could be to do with, I was going to say friends, but this is not friends. This is work. This is clearly work energy. There's some new journey that you're going to take in relation to your work. Okay, and it's kicking off with a Parivartana exchange. It's really, really beautiful energy. You'll be very creative at this time. You will be able to work. You'll be productive. It will flow. It will happen. So what I would say is that if you're watching this in sort of end of April, this is that kind of get organized, whip your days. I was just saying, Leo, whip your days into shape, and then it cut out. So it was like, I feel like whip your, and then it cuts. Oh, what does that mean? I don't know. Okay, let's have a look here. See, Parivartana exchange, whip your days into shape, get organized. And this energy, it's like, yeah, there's a bit of takeoff energy, or it's happening, or you're going, or there's something it's to do with your work. This is work specific. You got Mars in Aries from 11th May onwards. So this is where now Mars is going to take a lovely journey through here, and these next few months are going to be work focused, and they're going to be productive for you. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of good energy here when it comes to your work. You've got Sun in Taurus, 15th May onwards. So look at that work, right? We're in the 10th house. This is just work, work, and more work. This is all about work. It's so interesting. I haven't even been considering romance with the other signs, and I'm only just thinking about it now. Yeah, no, not really. Again, I'm just getting a work, even though you've got Venus in the 11th house, and that's good for all that kind of thing. I'm still getting a work vibe. It's so interesting. I have just not thought of that at all. Let's have a look at this full moon. What's going on there? Yeah, I mean, this is quite an individualistic full moon. I mean, look, Venus in the 11th, you could meet someone. So now your Venus is in beautiful shape for many months. Okay, so that's really lovely energy for romance and all these kind of things. So if that's something that you're looking at, you've got many months of beautiful Venus energy that's just going to be there making your life wonderful. So that's all good. But coming back to the full moon here, so that's in Libra, Swati Nakshatra, and that's here. There's something about you being an individual. It's so interesting. There's something about you being your full self while around other people. That's how I'm going to phrase that. So there's something about you being your full self. That's how it is. And that's there on the 1st of May. And there's a build up to that. So it's like in the days leading up to that 1st of May, it's like you just unapologetically being you, fearlessly you. This is how it is. This is how I am. It's that kind of energy. And then we've got new moon, Taurus, Tritiya Nakshatra happening here in your 10th house. So this could be something that you're contemplating now. You could just think about now, what career moves would you love to be able to make? Because the energy is here to make them. And so right now you could be just thinking about, okay, what do you really want? You could be sharpening up your desire and getting really crystal clear. When we've got Kritika energy here, it's that thing about you're so crystal clear about exactly what it is that you want to do. And there's something about you being exactly crystal clear about who you are in a work sense. So in a career sense, you know exactly who you are, you know exactly what you want to do. Off you go. It's happening. I mean, it is happening. So it's happening like 14th May onwards. So if you're watching this report early, which is great, you can be thinking now about, okay, what you're sharpening something up, and because there's a lot of go energy here in May, you're just going for it. You're making it all happen. So I love the energy here, Leo. Really, really good. Thank you so much for joining. We are now going to welcome Virgo. Virgo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Virgo Ascendant, Virgo Moon, or Virgo Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So if we have a look at the energy, what you've got going on here, well, there is quite a bit of a focus on, there's some focus on work, there is, but there's also, I mean, we've got some big planetary energy here. So some things might be slowing down a little bit for you. It's interesting. Let's take a look. So we've got Venus in Gemini, 14th May onwards. So that is here, and that's going to be in a Parivartana exchange with Mercury in the 9th. Okay, so that is really interesting energy to look at. So that's between 9 and 10. There's something about your skills. There's a dynamic interchange between your skills or your skillfulness and your career. And maybe there's something that you're learning that is actively currently helping your career. Maybe you're learning something and that's feeding into your career, and then your career helps feed into your learning, and then your learning feeds into your career. And like this, there's a kind of exchange, or your skills are being used in a very creative way for your career. So there's something very creative going on. It's to do with your expertise, it's to do with your skills, it's to do with your brilliance, your skills, you know, how you shine as well. We've got, I just knocked off your sun there. Let's look at the sun, since we're talking about the sun. Oh dear, the eraser keeps coming. Sun is in the 9th, so yeah, it's something about the way you shine. You're shining this month as well, but all of that energy, it is feeding positively into your career. Okay, and this is possibly something that, yeah, you're doing, you're hands-on about this as well. It's interesting. I mean, we do have Mars is here in the 8th, so I mean, there's a little bit of stop energy there. So it might be that there is a bit of a pause, or you need to take a break, or something stops as well. So that is a possibility, but there'll be some wisdom in that stopping or that break, or that maybe you just need to catch your breath, or you need a bit of time out. It could be that you need a bit of time out. Equally, I mean, you could use this energy of time out just to get more organized, just to clutter clear, just to sharpen up your days, this kind of thing. You could be, I mean, with this Mars energy here in the way that it is, you could be using that to just sort of take a little pause and to look at your day and to figure out, okay, do I need to restructure my day? Do I need to tweak something about when I wake up, when I sleep? Do I need to reorganize my kitchen cupboard? Do I need to, there could be something like this. There's something like this that you're thinking about, and you're sharpening up your routine. I feel like there's some kind of sharpening up of routine, because Mars is then going to step into Sag, and then we're going to have all this time here where Mars is going to want to be productive in a career sense. So maybe you're being given a little breather or a little time just to get more organized or to sharpen up your days. One thing I like to do when I have that kind of thing is I challenge myself to finish my day as fresh as I started it. And that, just having that goal, keeps me more mindful in the day. And very often I do end up, I probably look really tired today. Today's probably not a good example of this, but I've had a lot of stop-starts today. But yesterday was a good example of it, where I actually felt fresh by the end of the day. I did a whole day of work and I still felt fresh. I'm like, oh, this is quite good. So yeah, I mean, you could challenge yourself in that way. I don't know if that's helpful to anyone. But let's have a look at the full moon. All right, so full moon, Libra, Swati Nakshatra, that's 1st of May, 2026. So 1st of May, we've got that here. We're looking at that full moon there. So that's in your 2nd house. So this could be a bit emotional, actually. And maybe there are some realizations you're having about who you are as an individual in relationship to your family, in relationship to your family of origin. Maybe there are some learnings here. Maybe there are some insights here. Maybe there's something that you're learning that'll give you yourself more permission to be more yourself. There's something you're learning. You're gaining some wisdom or insights that are going to help you going forward. And then we've got a new moon in Taurus, Kritika Nakshatra. That's here, 16th of May. So I feel like this could be a time where you are planting seeds and you're wishing for something. And you could be wishing for or looking at what skills you would like to acquire to get ahead in life. So you could be writing that down as well. But you could just be writing down your goals for what you want to achieve going forward. And it's a good day to write those down because Mercury is part of this new moon. So actually write it down. That's going to be a really good thing to do. All right, Virgo. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We are now going to welcome Libra. Libra, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So what have we got going on? Well, I'm just going to have a look at the energy across here. It is quite good. Busy time there with your Saturn in Pisces. I hope that is going well and that you're using that energy to build the next platform up. Saturn is really helping you out at this time. There's something about you building the kingdom, your future building. The future is being built. So a lot of things should be working well here. Let's have a look at Venus. Venus in Gemini from the 14th of May onwards. So Venus is going to be in a Parivartana exchange between Mercury. So Mercury and Venus are in Parivartana exchange. So that is between houses 9 and 8. And that's really from the 14th of May to the 29th of May. So this is a time of heightened creativity, especially if you are a light worker or a practitioner of the healing arts or any of that kind of thing. There's something about you working with your gifts in a very creative way. Maybe you're figuring out ways to creatively express your gifts or present yourself to the marketplace or something like this. you could even be honing your spiritual gifts as well, but bringing artistry to it, bringing style to it, bringing flair to it. It's like you're having fun with this as well. There's something about you having fun with your psychic gifts. That's what I keep seeing here. We've got Mars in Aries 11th May onwards. So this is not great for relationships. It can be, but there can be more arguments in relationships or in significant partnerships, or there can be Mars in that 7th house could be just making you want to get things done, that it should be done this way, I want it done this way, which is great for, you know, if it's just you. We've got Aries here, so when that's just you, that's great. But in a partnership, this could be challenging energy, so just bear that in mind. Mars in the 7th is person we're married to, business partner, all that kind of thing. So bear that in mind, that Mars is there. So you might want to take time, go slower. Sun is in Taurus, 15th May onwards. So that is lighting up your psychic gifts, your occult gifts. It's illuminating things. Secrets are being illuminated. But also there's like a skill here. It's like you're building up a skill, or you're discovering secrets in connection with your skills. You might be learning something in connection with your skills. You might be creatively trying to figure out how to package up your skills or how to teach something as well, because we do have strong 9th house energy here. So you could be teaching as well. Now we've got a full moon, Libra Swati Nakshatra, that's happening 1st of May, and that's to do with yourself. There's some profound, wow, there's like a graduation energy here to do with yourself. Perhaps you have crescendoed and reached a new, and you're in a platform building time. So perhaps there is some major completion that could be from several years of build up for you. Maybe you reach a plateau or a good place, a good new platform. You've reached it, you can enjoy it, you know. And I would say, I mean, that's the 1st of May. Take time to enjoy that 1st of May. That full moon is all about you. So experience it and see what it means for you, because this is really, it's such an individualistic thing. We've got Swati Nakshatra here. It's all about the individual freedom. Nobody can tell you what this is. This is your full moon. So, you know, you'll know what this full moon means for you. And then we've got a new moon. Sorry, did I say new moon when I meant to say full moon? Where am I today? Okay. New moon. Let's look at the new moon. Okay, that's here. Taurus, Kritika Nakshatra, that's 16th May 2026. So that is a beautiful new moon. And that is, I just had the phrase pop in, a refreshing new start. So there's a refreshing new start. And this could be something to do with your occult gifts, psychic gifts, any of that. This is something internal. There's some deep internal, very deep internal new beginning that maybe only you know, or only your family, you and your family know, but there's some deep new beginning, and there's something, you are crystal clear about something. You're just so clear, you're clear about what you want. I think there's a real clarity about what you want, and that's really beautiful, Libra. So thank you so much for tuning in. We are now going to welcome Scorpio. Scorpio, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just checking the time. We're okay. All right. What have we got going on? Well, we have got all this energy here. Let's have a look at the spread here. Right. So, well, you are busy. You're possibly being tested a little bit, Scorpio. Possibly being tested a little bit. You are building your life, your future building. It's happening. It's kind of interesting. You've got a couple of, wow, yeah, interesting things here. It's like you are building your life, but then there might be some delays, or it's going slowly. That's the vibe I'm getting here. If we have a look at the Parivartana exchange, so what about the month of May? Let's just go for the month of May. I'm looking at all this big stuff, like, let's come back to the month of May. Parivartana exchange. Between your 7th and 8th houses. This is quite interesting. If you watched my intro this time, I talked in there about the hidden messages underneath what people are actually saying. So people talk all this stuff, but then there's something else going on underneath. You've got some really interesting energy here where I feel like, boy, will you be able to see what's going on underneath. There's a dynamic interchange between your psychic capabilities and your relationships across this month. So you might be quite especially psychic across this month, but there's something as well about this is skillful for you, or creative. This is aiding you creatively, or it might even be aiding your skills, or maybe you're learning something new, but there's something very dynamic here, and it's like you are getting insider information about people in your life. And this could be all kinds of people. This could be family, this could be friends, this could be work people, this could be all kinds of different people, but you're really getting a feel for what's underneath, what's really going on. So you might be discovering some secrets at this time, Scorpio, which is really cool. Mars in Aries. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Look at this. That's wonderful. So you've got powerhouse energy from 11th of May onwards. Great for building career, great for success, great for serving clients, great for achieving things, doing things, getting things done, being productive, making it happen. Really good energy there. So if you felt stuck and delayed, maybe you were quite stuck and delayed in April, you really should get some forward momentum where it's like, oh, good, I can do stuff, and stuff happens. You know, like you get to the end of May, you get to the end of, well, it would be longer than, see, I want to look it up now. My Parashara's light is closed. It'll be longer than May. You're going to have a nice chunk of some May and June there where you'll be able to be quite productive, and you'll be able to look back, say for example June, July, and you'll be like, wow, I did accomplish quite a bit. Sun in Taurus, 15th May onwards. So Sun is, bringing some illumination to your relationships, and it's making you empathetic, it's making you see into other people, but people might find it hard to be close to you. Possibly when the Sun is in the 7th, it's, you're lit up and you're there for other people, and you're very empathetic, and you can see into them and be insightful for them, and it's beautiful. But then people might find it hard to get close to you. Sometimes Sun in the 7th and Sun in the 1st, it's like people can find it hard to get close to those people. So there might be something like that where, it's like people find it hard to get close to you, maybe mid-month, May onwards. That's just something to observe. But you're radiant and you can see into the other person, and you're a warm person for them, but it's like they find it hard to get close to you. Full moon. Let's have a look at that. Libra Swati Nakshatra, that's happening in your 12th house. So, wow, that's a profound full moon. It's a very psychic sort of a full moon. You're quite psychic, Scorpio, just anyway, but across this month, especially so. You might have very interesting dreams on the 1st of May, so just bear that in mind. You might be completing something. This could be a spiritual graduation of some kind. There might be some kind of spiritual testing that you've been under, and that just comes to a close. You're done. You completed it. You completed something. So there's quite a spiritual graduation that is possible here. And this is releasing you to be more of an individual. There's something of freedom here. There's something of recognition. You've understood something very deeply. you don't need to keep being tested on that thing. Okay, so look out for that. And then on the 16th of May, we've got a new moon, Taurus, Tritiya Nakshatra. That's here in the 7th house. So this could be a time to wish for a partner or wish to expand your family. We've got Taurus here. So you might be wishing to expand your family. You could write these dreams and wishes down because we've got Mercury here. So if there's something you want to journal out, there's also something about you being crystal clear about what you want and need from a relationship. That is also becoming very clear to you. You're clear on who you are in a relationship, who you need the other person to be. There's something about tremendous clarity coming about here on the 16th of May, and that's regarding your relationships. All right, well, thank you so much, Scorpio, for being here. Sagittarius, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius ascendant, or Sagittarius sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. All right, what have we got going on, Sagittarius? I'm looking at the energy. I didn't draw that properly. There we go. I've got them all now. Let's have a look. Well, minus the moon, that is like a Kalsarpa, isn't it? Anyway, just getting my bearings, getting a feel for what's going on. You're possibly being tested. Oh, your Jupiter's great though. You don't have much to go with this beautiful Jupiter, so I just want to, this is your last month to make the most of this beautiful Jupiter energy, Sag. And that being your ascendant lord, that's important for you. So make the most of what you've got left of Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter in Gemini is very good for you. So anything to do with expansion, skilling up, foreign travel, you've had really fantastic energy for that over the past year, really. Now where Jupiter is going to move to, now Jupiter will be exalted here in your 8th house, and that's exalted, it's beautiful, it's very good, but 8th house, Jupiter doesn't always do so brilliantly in the 8th. I'm just double checking that. Yeah, it's not particularly the best, but it does. Yeah, no, that's really interesting. By transit, it's not thrilled with the 4th either, which you would think it would be, but doesn't matter. What I am going to say is that over the next year, and I have talked about this in a video before. Actually, I might link to it above. I would have talked about Jupiter's movement into Cancer for you. I'll link it if I can find it. I'll cover it anyway next month. But just to give you a heads up, basically what I'm seeing here is that you've got a month left of a very good Jupiter. So enjoy that. I won't get off track. Let's talk about the month ahead. Got one last great month with Jupiter, so just bear that in mind. And that's been expanding your relationships, foreign connections, business, income, all of that. Jupiter's been helping out there. But let's take a look at the other planets, and specifically the month of May, the fast-moving energies, which is what I typically look at. So Venus is in Gemini 14th May onwards, and it's going to be in a Parivartana exchange with Mercury. Okay, so that's this really dynamic, lovely interchange going on there, energy exchange with Mercury. So that's Venus there in the 7th. So this is an exchange between the 7th and the 6th. So what we have here, this is actually really beautiful career energy. This is creative energy, something about you making your work output stylish and beautiful. So if you've got a business or something and you I don't know, maybe you feel like, okay, I need to redesign the website, or I need to redesign the logo, or there's this kind of thing. Because we've got Venus and Mercury here, this is fine detail, this is beauty. So this is that graphic design sort of area. So, but there's something about you making your work more beautiful, or you're bringing artistry to career or your profession. You could be bringing artistry to communications with other people. So it could just be that, or artistry to social media. It could be that as well. There could be more artistry or style or beauty connecting in with the service that you provide. Maybe you're conducting your service in a more stylish way, or in a more professional way, or there's more attention to detail. There's something about attention to detail, service, making things beautiful, being stylish. You know, maybe your competitors, maybe this is going to help you compete better, because 6th house is competitors. So maybe there's going to be something that you do to make yourself stand out. We've got the sun here in the 6th. So that's interesting, yeah. Maybe you're doing something to make yourself stand out more in a marketplace. And this could be to do with advertising and marketing, or making your offering more beautiful, making your service more beautiful, making yourself stand out as being someone unique. Look at that. You've got Rahu in the 3rd house. Rahu in the 3rd house, hands-on, but unique. You stand out. You're unique in the marketplace. This is to do with your uniqueness in the marketplace. Look at that. Mars is up for this as well. Mars is in Aries, 11th May onwards. There's something about, yeah, this is creativity, but to do with commerce. This is advertising. And just letting you know, I did work in marketing, advertising, but I had my Mars in the 5th. So yeah, this is interesting. Wow, I didn't know that was going to come up, but it is. Here it is. All right. So yeah, I think you're making yourself more professional, more stylish. You're competing more strategically, in a sharper way. Fine attention to detail. No one else in the marketplace is doing what you're doing. It's this kind of thing. It's really cool. Full moon, let's have a look at this. Wow, full moon, Libra, Swati Nakshatra. Don't know if you can hear that. Would that come up? The siren. Okay, so you might need to express yourself. We had this come in another sign where it's like the siren came, I think at the full moon, but yeah, you might need to express yourself in a relationship. And that could be to do with a sibling, could be to do with an older sibling, but there's something about you needing to speak up. Could be to do with your soul tribe. Maybe you need to speak up, and that could be really positive. Maybe you're sharing how much your soul tribe people mean to you, and that's a really positive, beautiful thing. You know, that could be lovely. So that's a full moon there. But there's something about you being a real individual at this time. Because you're such an individual, you're able to share more. You're able to be expressive in a way that other people can't. This could be quite beautiful. Now, we're looking at the new moon, Taurus, Tritiya Nakshatra. That's here on the 16th of May. This is to do with your career. And there's something that you're becoming crystal clear about in your career. You're becoming so razor sharp focused about your career. You know who you are in career. You know who you want to be. You know where you're going. You know what you love to do, and there's something about you fine-tuning your career, or sharpening up, or becoming more focused. It's really, really nice energy, Sagittarius. All right, well, thank you so much for joining. We are now going to welcome. Hi, Capricorn. My apologies, I seem to have missed your sign. I do not know how this happened. I'm just editing the video. It is Friday, so now I recorded the monthly on Thursday, the 23rd of April, was yesterday, yes it was, and it is now Friday, 6:30 p.m. I was just finishing the editing and I discovered, oh my goodness, where's Capricorn? So Capricorn went missing, and you're getting me on a different day, different hairstyle, no makeup. I'm at least wearing a necklace that I made. So this is a handmade necklace, so that's something. But it's a whole different me. So we're going to have a look at your sign fresh now, but maybe there's something in that. The other thing is I've got different audio, so I'm not able to use this mic. I just tried this mic and it is not working, and I'm on the road website and I'm trying to, like, I don't know, get a repair or something. I don't know. Anyway, so maybe Capricorn, there's something in all of this for you. Maybe you have also had an interesting time lately. Maybe you have had, let's have a look at what you got going on here. Yeah, I mean, there's Rahu in the second there. And I must say, my sound today, like I recorded something on the audio today. It was crystal clear, perfect. Then now I want to record something for you guys and it's just completely not working. So maybe you've got some tech difficulties like me. Let's have a look. What could this be? I'm looking at Rahu in the second house. I'm going to blame that. That's what I'm going to blame. So I don't know if any of you have some similar thing. Maybe, okay, Ketu in the 8th. Also, there's something of like, you're called to do some work, but it wasn't planned, or there's an accident or emergency or something like that. But I'm not seeing an accident here, but like this has been a very mild, minor accident type thing. Do you know what I mean? Like where something went missing. So I don't know if any of that is relevant for you at this time, Capricorn. I'm looking at Rahu Ketu axis and I'm seeing that there could be some interesting energies here where maybe you have to do something again, like with my audio issues, I'm looking at this. Very interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at what you've got going on. Hopefully you'll be able to watch maybe your moon sign, your moon or your sun or something different. So anyway, I'm going to welcome you properly. Capricorn, welcome. Capricorn Ascendant, Capricorn Moon or Capricorn Sun as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. Let's take a look. So as I say, something interesting with Rahu Ketu axis here. You know, you might have some interesting energies going on for you. We've got Venus in Gemini, 14th of May onwards. And this is going to be in a Parivartana exchange here with Mercury. Okay, so this is a Parivartana exchange happening between houses 6 and 5. This is really good energy actually for creativity. And there's something about you being very creative and possibly stand out in your speech, but there's something where you're standing out in your service to your clients, or you're competing brilliantly, or you're being very creative. You're being very creative here. There's a real creative energy and some kind of excellence as well. Saturn here in the 3rd. You could be mastering something, some kind of excellence. You might be being tested. Yeah, there could be some testing going on here. Your children might be testing you. It could be something like that. But there's a creative, your skills, you're using your skills very creatively and it's enhancing your work. I'm definitely seeing that. Now we've got Mars in Aries, 11th May onwards. So that's Mars in the 4th house here for you. So this is a Mars that you could get a little bit restless at times. So that's really 11th May onwards right through to about, I think it's something like June 20th. You might be just feeling restless at times. You might just have too much energy, or you want to go out, or there is some focus or energy on the home, but you might be feeling personally restless. It's that type of energy. You want to go places, but you're needed at home. It's that type of thing. Sun in Taurus, 15th May onwards. That's Sun in the 5th house. That's a strong, powerful, beautiful Sun there. This is great for your creativity. Great for time with children. Things could get expensive, so there could be expenses. There could be some home-related expenses at this time. Things that you have to attend to. You have to, extra payments, expenses at this time. That is a possibility here. Now there's a full moon happening in Libra, Swati Nakshatra. So I'm getting the sense that there is something completing at work. Maybe you're graduating from something at work. Maybe it's a culmination. Maybe you've been working for a long time at something, or something plateaus, but something completes. And this is in relation to work or how you're seen by other people. This could be that type of energy as well. There's something about you on this full moon really taking the time to recognize your individual achievements and efforts, that you did it. You know, who made the difference? You did. Something like this. There's some area in your life that you will be able to look at and go, yeah, it was definitely, if I wasn't there, that thing wouldn't be as good, kind of thing. So there's some recognition energy here as well for you with that full moon. And then with the new moon in Taurus, Kritika Nakshatra, that's on the 16th of May. That's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. You could wish for a new addition to the family. You could wish for a child, to be born. You could wish for great creative insights, or that you want a new project, that you're ready for a new project. There is something about, I think you've completed some project here and you're ready for something new. And you can really wish for that. And if you're going to wish for that, this is the kind of thing that you could even write down in a journal or something like that, just as a wish to the universe, or maybe even jotting down a plan or a future plan. You're planting seeds here, and that's on the 16th of May. So you could, the reason I say to write it down is because we've got Mercury here. So you'll be able to write that down. But Capricorn, some really amazing energy here, hands-on creativity. Maybe that's why I had to wear a handmade necklace for you guys, because also you've got your Saturn here in the 3rd house. So there really is something, maybe you're getting really creative with a creative project or a hobby, or you're enjoying that, or you're being creative and you're loving it. So something along these lines. But I want to thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. You get a whole different me, whole different outfit. I hope that's okay. Right, so I'm going to save this and put it in, keep editing, and then crack on with my Friday. Hopefully I'll be able to launch this on Saturday. So thank you so much, Capricorn. Aquarius, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Aquarius Ascendant, Aquarius Moon, or Aquarius Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. All right, let's have a look at the energy Aquarius. What have you got going on? Well, you have got some interesting things going on here. Oh, I love this for you. You've got a great Mars. Let's get into that after we talk about the Parivartana exchange. So let's look at that first. I mean, I'm looking at your Saturn here, and look, if things take time, there are delays, there are blockages, it's slow growth, but you're building up, okay? You're building up energy, building up resources. It's happening for you. So it does take time. So just go with that flow, takes time. But what I'm loving, we'll talk about Mars after this. So let's start with Venus. Let's be disciplined. All right. So we're here with Aquarius. Saturn is the Lord. I have to be disciplined. Venus in Gemini. Let's have a look at this. You've got a Parivartana exchange happening between houses 5 and 4. So this is interesting. This is actually creativity in your home. Maybe you're redecorating. Maybe you're making your home look more beautiful. This is actually a really good time for that. So maybe you're looking critically at your home and you're like, do you know what? Those cushions have been there for 10 years. I could really do with a new cushion, and I'm just going to get one, or whatever. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're getting a new candle. I don't know. But you're making your home a bit more beautiful. Or there's some fine attention to detail in the home or at home, you're making a home look more beautiful, or you're making your things look more beautiful or stylish, or maybe you're updating your wardrobe even. You could be updating your wardrobe. You could be, something like this. So that's good if that's happening at this time. Let's get into the Mars. I'm so excited for you. Look at that. Mars in the third. Power, yes. Hands-on power. You're going to be able to do stuff. If you feel like you've been a bit blocked, if you feel like you've been a bit stuck, it's okay. It was meant to be like that. Especially sort of across April, there might have been some stuck points, or you had a bit of forward momentum, but then another delay. Okay, bit of momentum, another delay, like this. It could have been going on. That's all right. Energy should free, and you should be able to put your being into your creativity, your art, your life, your work. You're making it happen. Maybe you're even traveling a bit, short distances, maybe a bit of travel here. But this is great for new clients. It's great for networking. It's great for building something. It's great for building a social media platform. You've got energy here. So there's forward momentum. So that's really 11th May onwards. So you might even start to feel that ahead of time, which a lot of my clients do. That's very typical, where you might start to feel that early, and just enjoy that. That's a really good, beautiful energy, and that's going to be with you for a while. So enjoy that. It goes into June as well. I don't know. Oh, I might as well look it up. I was going to look it up for another sign, and then I didn't, but I'm going to look it up for you. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's until about 20th June. So it's a while. Okay, so that's from 11th May to about 20th June. That's good amount of time. You've got a good amount of time with Mars there. It should be good for your physical energy as well. You should be feeling able to do stuff. And I mean, this beautiful creativity here in the home, I mean, that's in the home, but this could be to do with your work as well. This could be to do with your profession, or maybe you're creating something new professionally, or it's to do with your kingdom. It's to do with your life. It could be bigger than your work. So you're creating something brand new, and that's really, really exciting. If we have a look at the sun in Taurus, okay, so that's 15th May onwards. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, I mean, that's nice. I mean, there could be some expenses connected with home, or there's some focus or attention on home, focus or attention on relationship with mother. That could be a thing, 15th May onwards. So you could also be gaining a lot of insights about your family of origin, childhood home. You could be getting a lot of ahas, a lot of downloads, a lot of insights. A lot of things could be making sense to you at this time. We've got a full moon, Libra Swati Nakshatra, that's happening 1st of May. So that's beautiful there. And that is something completing regarding your skills. Maybe there's a graduation from student to teacher. And, you know, every teacher is an eternal student, so we never stop learning. But maybe you've completed a level of life or experience or something like that, and it's now time for you to embark on, you know, that next spiral up. It's like you're going up, but it's like you're completing something and you're on a new journey here. So, and this is going to be a journey for your freedom. You as an individual, it's good for you to take some time on the 1st of May to acknowledge how far you've come as well. That would be a good activity for you to just take a little bit of time. Hit the pause button for a little bit of time and just take it in. Just look back. Wow, I really have evolved. I have grown. I have learned a lot. Because this is going to ignite and you're busy. This Parivartana exchange is going to, it's like a little engine and off you go. You're going. So it's happening. So great energy here. Now there's a new moon, Taurus Tritiya Nakshatra. It's happening on the 16th of May, and that's here in the 4th house. So this is a new moon at home. And you might use this to write down wishes for your home, for your family. You could write those down. Equally, you could be journaling plans or ideas to do with your home improvements, things that you'd like to do, things that you'd like to create in the future. It's a good time to write those things down because Mercury, is part of the new moon. So yeah, it's worth writing it down. Aquarius, thank you so much for joining. We are now going to welcome Pisces. Pisces, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just checking the time. We're okay. Right, so what have we got going on? Let's have a look here. Oh, wow. Yeah, you might have felt quite stuck, like across, was it April? You might have had some days where you're feeling stuck. That's going to free up, and you're going to find some forward movement, forward momentum. All the planets are moving forward. Everyone's moving on from old stuff in the sky. So if everyone in the sky is moving on from old stuff, we can do the same. I think there's some good news here. So we're moving forward. We like this. This is good. Oh, your Jupiter. Wow. That's going to be very, very nice. I just want to check something. Yeah, that's going to be great. Wow. That's going to be very nice. Jupiter's moving into a lovely, lovely position for you. That's going to be there for about a year. So you might even be feeling some of that now, which is really great. Let's have a look at Venus in Gemini. So Venus is going to be in a Parivartana exchange with Mercury. So that's houses 3 and 4. Okay, so what's this about? Well, there could be something to do with home renovations, or you're making your place more beautiful, or you're very hands-on at home, or you're redecorating, you're redesigning, you've got some project to do with the home. Maybe you're making the home more beautiful. There's something where you're hands-on, you're being creative, and it's at home. So that could be a lot of things. But those are the energies that I'm reading there. Mars is in Aries 11th May onwards. This is good for finances, but you might find it's a high burn on finances or expenses, or you're doing lots and you're spending a lot. So there could be, because you're doing so much, or you're active, or you're engaged, or you're creative, and then you need to spend money because you need to buy stuff and you need equipment and you need this and you need that. So there could be some expenses going on there. With the Mars in the second house, do take care of relationships with your family. Take care of how you speak to family members, and it's an aggressive energy. And I mean, someone could reflect that back to you, that they're being aggressive, but you know now, so you can just, knowledge is power. You can just be like, well, Mars is in Aries, that's why they're in my face and being rude, or I don't know, whatever it is. Like, it's like you don't have to react because well, it's just some Mars in Aries in my second house. But that's, Mars in, so there could be tension at home, arguments at home. That is a possibility, just to bring that up. Let's have a look at the sun, the position of the sun. Sun in Taurus, 15 May onwards. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful for career. That's beautiful for being recognized, for being seen, for expressing your ideas, for presenting ideas. Great for social media, great for glow-ups on social media. Great for, just shining, just being you and being seen, and you've got all this creative energy, really, from the 14th of May to the 29th of May. It's such creative energy. It's like an engine has switched on and you're massively creative. So that's really good for social media as well. There's something about you, and there's something about the energy of fun, style, you're enjoying. It's, it's fun here. There's some fun. This could be social. as well. This could be social, friends and family. There's some socializing happening with friends and family as well. So that's really nice. And then there's a full moon, Libra, Swati Nakshatra, 1st of May. That's down here. Wow, that's a very psychic full moon. So you might be quite psychic at this time. Your dreams might be incredible at this time. But there's a real sense of you're an individual at this time. You might be needing to express the fullness of your emotions with someone at home. Equally, with this kind of full moon in the 8th, you might be keeping all your emotions private and hidden. And that might make more sense because also we're going to have this Mars up here. So it might be that you are emotionally just going, okay, I just want to be hidden. If you do end up watching my introduction, somewhere in there I am talking about hidden messages. And Queen Elizabeth had her moon here in the 8th, and she often wouldn't speak because she couldn't, but through her outfits and through various ways she would communicate messages. And you have got some of that energy here where you might be communicating in other ways but to people around you. So that's a possibility, and you're communicating your individuality. We've got a new moon in Taurus, Tritiya Nakshatra, so that's happening here on 16th of May. So this is beautiful. This is a new moon in the 3rd house. So you can wish for new projects, new endeavors, new things that you want to do and that you're excited to do. And there's something about you being absolutely crystal clear about, this is what I want to do. This is exciting to me. I want to pursue this thing. I know this is going to be fun. I know this is going to bring me good energy. This is something I'm passionate about. So there's something where you're passionate and excited, and maybe you're defining it, maybe you're mapping it, maybe you're writing it down, you're putting it on paper, but you're feeling good about it. That is what I have for you, Pisces. I'm going to hit the stop on this. Wow, I am so tired. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Oh my God, it's 6 o'clock. See, it's 6 o'clock. I'm all confused with the time because it's 6 o'clock and it looks like 4 p.m. out there, and it's sunny today in London. So it's like, wow, we've got sunshine, which is a miracle in itself. And it's 6 o'clock and it's bright sun. So I'm still, part of me is still in the old time. I don't know how this is happening. I'm still in the 5 p.m. it's dark kind of thing, and I'm still getting used to the change. I think we did have the change of the hour 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a while ago. You'd think I'd be up to speed, but I'm just not. I'm not up to speed. Part of me is still in 1 month ago. I suppose that's not bad. Some people are stuck in 20 years ago. So, that's another story altogether. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for being here. I hope you're all doing great out there. And I hope you're looking forward to May. I really am looking forward to May. I think May is going to contain some lovely energies, especially with that beautiful Parivartana exchange. It's very creative. It's very beautiful. So we've all got something to look forward to there. So let me know how you're doing in the comments below. I'm wishing you well, and I will see you in the next video.